Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Game Awards was definitely something, huh? It definitely ended off on a bang. And this bang, hey, really quick, shout out to all you people who were like, oh, they're totally going to announce Half-Life 3. Screw you guys, man. I already knew that was a lie, but like 1% of me believed it. And unfortunately, I was let down by this nonsense. But anyway, Naughty Dog turns off the comments for its Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet trailer. And gamers are roasting it anyway. This is the brand new announcement that Naughty Dog decided to save for the last second at the Game Awards, where you too get to play as a bald space lesbian. Because that's clearly what every gamer wants.
We find a new lead. He's not worth it. I'm wasting my time, aren't I?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute joke. This entire thing is a joke. And this is prime, and I'm talking prime content that is going to be coming out over the next year or so. This game had started development back in 2020 when diversity, equity, and inclusion bullshit was at its prime. So this is the last stand. I mean, I'm telling you, these games that are coming out now within the next year or two, these are the last stand games for DEI that started all the way back in 2019 and 2020. These are it. And Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet is exactly that. It's a game that was started back when DEI was at its maximum, and you can clearly see the influence in its design. And Neil Cuckman is the one that is making this game from Naughty Dog. So let's get into this article, guys, from Phantom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Naughty Dog shut down the comment section for the release of its first trailer for Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet, but gamers are still roasting the game regardless. Naughty Dog and Sony released a trailer for Intergalactic at the end of the Game Awards last night, and it is already getting downvoted, with numerous gamers making it clear they have no interest in the game due to the character design of the main protagonist. The trailer on Naughty Dog's YouTube channel has 24,000 dislikes and 21,000 likes. Now, I'm going to make something very clear at the beginning of this video. When it comes to Sony, when it comes to Naughty Dog, there is a lot of shills, okay? There is a lot of shills for Naughty Dog, and especially since you got people that will die hard defend Last of Us 2, no matter what. It doesn't matter how many people say it's bad or whatever. They're just Sony shills. They're going to die hard defend it, which is fine. Whatever. You're allowed to do that. But this game, with no gameplay, mind you, I already see people saying, oh my God, this game looks amazing. How? This is a cinematic trailer. There is no gameplay to it whatsoever. That's like saying Ghost of Yotei looked amazing. No gameplay whatsoever, bro. This is not anything other than a fucking movie at this point. You're like, wow, this game looks so amazing. I can't wait to play it. You see no gameplay. You're so obviously a shill. It's ridiculous. But yes, the character design is obviously modern audience, right? I mean, it's modernity to the max. It is a bald space lesbian. That's literally what it is. On PlayStation's channel, where the comments are not disabled, oh, Godspeed, the trailer has over 31,000 dislikes and 27,000 likes. And I'm sure it's going to get a lot worse as time goes on. In the comments, gamers are overwhelmingly trashing the game. One mocked the trailers 2 hours ago. Ew, it's so old, we need a remaster. Holy shit. Another wrote, Sony, you forgot to disable the comments. Lev from The Last of Us Part 2 has grown up and went to space, posted another. You can really tell this started production in 2020, commented. Exactly. So that's my point. That's my point, right? This game has 2020 written all over it. And it just proves that gaming, unfortunately, is a little bit lagged behind when it comes to the DEI destruction. They've already committed over the last few years to making these games, and now we are seeing the maximum of these games. They're going to be coming out 2024, 2025, even 2026. We're going to be seeing these DEI games coming out, but what's being developed now will probably be drastically different, 5 years from now when they eventually come out. But right now, we are seeing the culmination of the ideology that was at the forefront of all of these studios back in 2020. This is it right here, and they have to stick to it because they've already designed it, and they've already spent a lot of money on this, I'm sure. Then, this is not what I imagine Naughty Dog's next IP to look like at all. Another question from the studio who brought you Crash Bandicoot, Jack and Daxter, and Uncharted. Nice. How many of them still work there? No one. Like, aside from Cuckman, probably no one. Still another wrote, I feel like Will Smith will slap me for making fun of her. A lot of people are calling her Asian Jada Pinkett, which is hilarious, by the way. Is that Will Smith's wife or an unreleased Concord character, mocked another? Another asks, can I play as a character from the background anime instead? Yeah, it's amazing how they showcased anime in the trailer, and they're like, yeah, we're totally anime. We're totally like you. Yeah, sure, whatever. Another former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern Grums shared a number of others One wrote, I like the part in the trailer where the protagonist said it's concording time, turns on her laser sword and concords the alien monster. Another wrote, sponsored by modern audiences. Another added, I just want to thank Sony for making it an obvious no-buy with that character design. Glad I won't be wasting my money on some kind of bait and switch. They showed the garbage up front instead of trying to hide it. I mean, they really can't hide it, right? Like it's probably a narrative-focused game considering it's Naughty Dog. And I'm sure they're going to be unable to hide it, so they have to show the main character. And honestly, I'm sure they're proud of it. I'm sure that they are super ecstatic over it. I'm sure they're so happy that the chuds are angry and can't wait to buy their game, because that's what they say, right? The developers always say that they're super happy to anger the chuds, right? This is why they're all trying to back Alyssa Mercante in the hopes that she can win her lawsuit, because it's a lawsuit for them, right? It's a lawsuit against the chuds. It's a lawsuit that if she wins, the chuds will be destroyed in their eyes, right? It's going to make all the YouTube channels that talk about them disappear, and they're going to have control over the narrative again. They're going to be the mainstream again. That's what they're hoping for. And at the end of the day, it's not going to happen. These people are absolute jokes, and this is why this game is going to be crucified in the eyes of the internet. Over on X, numerous gamers negatively responded to Naughty Dog studio head Neil Cuckman promotion of the game. One person wrote, looks like Cyberpunk's gay and retarded cousin. Another bot, can't wait to play as a lesbian female, thanks for the representation. Another simply wrote, hard pass. You know what I find interesting about all this? And this is the difference in ideology between the East and the West. I want you to look at this. This is a space-oriented cyberpunk-stylish game being developed by a Western studio, and it features a bald, space female lesbian who is ultra masculine because clearly women can't be feminine, right? Then you have the East that makes something like Stellar Blade that focuses on a character called Eve that looks extremely feminine, even though she's basically an android. Like, what are we doing? We clearly have two different ideologies going on here, and it's very obvious that you guys want to continue to give money to the East. I don't know if this is like a collaboration, like a weird collaboration where the East is like, listen, you run all kinds of nonsense and we're going to benefit from it. It's our collab. It's insane. Another road, I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't trust the quality of the writing. Same here. Same here. I don't think the same writers are there who made The Last of Us Part 1. I just don't think so. I don't think that's true. Everything else may be good, but the story and characters will not be likable. I can almost guarantee that. Also, you'll have them do things and make decisions that make absolutely no sense. I hope you remember to make a game this time, wrote Joe Haku. Then another person predicted this will probably fail. Each Naughty Dog series is a step backwards in gaming, but the directors attempt to be taken seriously by Big Brother Hollywood, Roe v. Well, that's exactly what it is, right? Neil Cuckman is trying to make a resume that will turn him into a director. He got super excited when he got to work on The Last of Us TV show, but he wants to do his own thing. He clearly doesn't want to be in video games. He said this. He wants to step away from video games and become somebody in the movie scene, TV scene, whatever. So he's probably using this as his last bastion. He's using it as a resume builder to say, look, I built this game, whatever, look at the narrative, it's strong female lead, bald, lesbian, blah, 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 all kinds of representation. They're trying to use this as a resume. And Demian wrote, beat Naughty Dog, make Last of Us Part 2, which sold half of what Part 1 sells because people were sick of the girl boss agenda. He added, beat Naughty Dog, double down on said girl boss agenda anyways by making players inhabit a bald-headed space lesbian who must save the guy from the internals who can't stop talking about diversity. As funny as Demian's trying to be, the sad thing is he's probably right. He's probably right. Like, this entire statement is most likely correct to some extent. And listen, it's not that they're necessarily doubling down. Like I said, this is from their ideology of 2020. They've been making this game since 2020. So we are indeed seeing the last bastion of these super ultra DEI games that were spawned from what happened in 2020. Whatever happens after this, who really knows? But we are definitely seeing the final boss, in my opinion, of DEI said games. And this is the last stand. If Naughty Dog's game, the new one, this Intergalactic crap, if this game fails, if it bombs, that will be a huge statement from gamers saying we are done with this nonsense. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.